Today from Ballparks of America in Branson, Missouri, it's the site of the 2023 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series, a Babe Ruth League production as we bring you first the Home Run Derby. Good evening, everyone. Along with my broadcast partner, Jim Rivers, James Crenshaw, our producer, our entire stadium crew. I'm Mike Rideout. Thanks for joining us tonight. And, Jim, what a great way to start off this World Series. An opportunity for the kids to kind of do some individual competition before we really get after it with pool play beginning tomorrow.
Yeah, it's such a great venue here to begin with. These kids are going to leave at the end of the week knowing that they played at the Ballparks of America. This is probably the last event before we get down to the nitty-gritty and start playing baseball for real. They started the Home Run Derby yesterday. They've whittled it down to the top 16, and we'll go at it tonight, single elimination. Which
actually is a little bit deeper than what we had last year. So looking forward to, first of all, good luck to all U.S. 24 teams, all 10 international teams. How about that? 34 teams participating this week.
Yeah, 10 from international, as you say, from as far away as Japan, Korea, Australia, Canada, Aruba, the Netherlands, a couple from Puerto Rico, and they're all here with one thing in mind, to win a national championship, either the international or the American, and then the two winners will play for the world championship.
All right, but up first, Jim, we have the Home Run Derby championship round, single elimination. Tell them a little bit about how this thing works.
Well, each young man will get 8 swings, and I believe has selected one of his coaches to do the pitching. So he'll know the sweet spot. He'll know where to put the ball. And they get 1 point if the ball clears the boundary lines that you see out there, the signs of various sponsors. If the ball lands in the warning track or hits the fence in any way, it's 3 points. And if it goes over the fence, it's 5. And you get 8 swings, so I guess the maximum amount of points is 40.
Yeah, there's a good look at the field, and you can see the banner ads that are about mid-outfield. Again, those are 1 point if they can clear the boundary line. And as you mentioned, 3 points to the warning track, 5 points over the fence. It should be fun. 16 going right here today. Should be a lot of fun in this Home Run Derby.
Well, we mentioned 16. The 16 have been seeded based on the points they got in the first round. So the number 1 seed is Tyler Corona from West Raleigh, North Carolina, and he'll be taking on the number 16 seed, Anthony Granice of Marlboro, New Jersey. So it's North Carolina against New Jersey, each getting 8 swings. The winner will advance, and the loser is done for the Home Run Derby. And, you wonder, too, you talk about the Home Run Derby, say, in the All-Star break with the majors. There's been some discussion when players come out of that Home Run Derby, how it affects their swing going into the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So you come in here tonight trying to hit home runs. How will it affect your swing when you get down to playing games?
That's right. So just about to get started. Before we do, we want to let you know that we will have live coverage of all games that are played right here on the St. Louis Stadium. Our first broadcast tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Central Time. It will be West Raleigh, North Carolina against Pacific Northwest, which is Black Hills, Washington. And here's the young man that's going to represent that West Raleigh, North Carolina team, Tyler Corona, as you mentioned, to start things off.
And as we said, each team was allowed 2 participants in the Home Run Derby. And it's interesting that Rosemore, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, both of their players made it in, Silas Ramsey and Red DeSalvo. So they've got both of their players who advanced.
All right, Coach Harris. Let's see if he can give him some favorable balls to hit. Maybe it's not always a good thing if your coach is pitching.
Yeah, he should be used to it. He's probably seen them in practice.
Yeah, that one is not going to get there. This one also grabbed before it can get to that sign. Those signs out there, again, are worth 1 point.
If you can get it by. And
you got to get it by.
All these vultures out there trying to scoop up the ball. How are you going to get it by? So I'd probably have to send it over.
I feel like that's a higher contingent. You know what? Actually, it's the teams. Last year, I don't remember they had that many players out there trying to snag them. Yeah. That one's a point. So Corona gets his first point. And that one is hit. Is that going to get to the warning track? That's 1 point.
1 point. If it lands in that warning track or hits the fence in any way, then the young man will get 3.
That's a pretty good drive there by Corona. And that one's gone. That's a 5-pointer. 7 points now for Corona. Tyler Corona, West Raleigh, North Carolina. Pretty good effort. That home run really helped you, Tim.
That kept him alive as Anthony Grenice will step in.
Anthony Grenice from Marlboro,
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Mid-Atlantic states.
That one hit pretty well. And that one, I believe, warning track.
Kind of hard to tell from here. Let's see what they put up 1 point.
I think they gave him just a point on that one.
Oh, now they've got 2 up there.
Okay.
Well, there are no 2-pointers. There's 1, 3, and 5. He got 1 for the first swing.
That one's short of the mark there. That one also close, but
now we have umpires out there who are helping to score. Still only 2 for Anthony Grenice. One of 2 teams from New Jersey. Cherry Hill, New Jersey, also here.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a long ball here by Anthony to have a chance to get to the next round. That one will give him a point.
Not enough, though.
So Tyler Corona will advance.
Well, he was the number 1 seed, so
yeah,
I guess you would consider it an upset if he lost this one. Benjamin Cheek out of Dover, New Hampshire, my home area, and Silas Rainey from.
How far is that from you?
That's probably an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a big state, Mike. And Silas Rainey, who's from Rosemore, Illinois. That's in the suburb of Chicago.
All right, so let's see what Ben can do.
And by the way, the winner of this matchup will go against Corona in the next round. This is number 8 against number 9. Looks like a lefty, too, Michael.
You know, you told me an interesting information about a player that we have in this tournament, an ambidextrous pitcher.
Yes, a pitcher from Taiwan who can throw the ball either from the port side or the other side equally as fast. So that'll be interesting. But he still only gets 85 pitches, in case you're wondering.
Yes, you can't take him out a pitch shy of the pitch count and then switch hands. That'd be pretty neat if you could do that, though.
But you can't stack the lineup with all righties or all lefties because he'll just turn around on you.
Cheek line drive. Not going to get there. Benjamin hits that one well, but that one hooks foul.
That is foul.
That is out of the park, but foul.
Another
one hit pretty well. That one's not foul. 5 points for Benjamin Cheek. Boy, he's drilled a couple here.
Yeah, out of the Garrison City in New Hampshire.
Another solid hit. Gone. 10 points for Cheek.
That's foul.
Even though it's foul, he hit it solid again. Home run derby here in Branson, Missouri. That'll be a point.
He's got to buy his coach lunch or something. He's serving
a
up
solid swing, doesn't he?
Meatballs.
Looking forward to seeing him in action this week. Could that one be gone too? It is. 16 points.
16 points for Benjamin.
Ben Cheek.
Well, Silas Rainey from Rosemore, Illinois has got his work cut out for him, no question. He's going to have to hit at least one bomb, I would think, Mike.
Look at some of the crowd here enjoying tonight's festivities.
And I hate to use this word, but this might be the coolest night we've had so far. It doesn't seem quite as ugly.
But wasn't it 103?
Only 103.
Now, it is actually supposed to cool off from, I was looking at the weather. Again, you never can tell because last year I remember us thinking there might be a chance a rain shower could move in. It ended up being a tornado.
Oh, wow.
So.
Well, and those who have never played or officiated on turf, you can probably add about 20 degrees to the temperature down on that field. And it's most important for these kids to stay hydrated, and the umpires.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Rainey.
Silas Rainey, Rosemore, Illinois.
What do you think? Is he a Cubs fan or a White Sox fan?
Well, he got Rainey throwing to him, so that's got to be a benefit. He probably
Throws
sees
in the
a lot.
Probably in the backyard all
Yes,
the time, huh?
Absolutely. But that was impressive. 16 from Ben Cheek.
But the thing is, you can't carry the points over, so he's got to do it all over again.
Yeah, that's right. And you also don't want to spend all your energy early, especially if you were advanced as far as the final.
Sure. That's probably the hardest one, he said.
That'll be short of the mark. Still looking for his first point. Line drive, but caught. Nice snag there by that young man.
Yeah, I think Benjamin Cheek is going to advance to take on Corona.
And how about that matchup? I mean, that's a pretty tough second-round matchup.
Yeah, but Corona did not break double figures.
Right.
16 is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And again, of course, the maximum you can get is 40, but that'd be some serious work. And Silas getting a nice hand, going out there and giving it a shot.
Yeah, so Ben will advance.
Number 4 against number 13, Po Sheng Cheng from Taiwan, and Red DeSavo Jr. from Rosemore, Illinois, Silas's teammate.
Once again, you get 8 swings to score as many points as possible. You get 1 point if the ball clears the boundary line, which are the signage out in mid outfield. 3 points if you hit it to the warning track or it hits the fence. 5 points if the ball goes over the fence. Benjamin Cheek put on a show so far with 16 points, 3 out of the park. What a beautiful facility here. And really, if you've never been to Branson, Missouri, bring the kids. I've always called it, it's like a Vegas for kids.
It used to be a Tangier's outlet.
Yeah, this used to be an outlet mall right here.
A mall right here.
This field used to be a parking lot.
Now they've got 5 fields here.
It's amazing.
Got a restaurant, anything you could want for a baseball player coming down here.
Yeah.
Batting cages.
All right, let's see if Ching can advance. Solid hit.
You know, I think it's to some advantage to have the lower seed go first, try and put a little pressure on the other guy.
Yeah, that's definitely a point there, but it is short of the warning track, so 1 point for Ching.
You know, if you can put 7, 8, 9 points up there, it puts a little pressure, and maybe the next guy coming up might press a little too much.
That one hit solid. That's a point, 2 points. I was just thinking, Jim, I mean, if you hit one near the signage and you got a kid put his glove up, he might rob you of a point.
He might.
This one's out. 7 points now for Ching. That one's short of the signage, so, or did he give him a point? Nope.
Yeah, tomorrow we've got 4 games on this field.
Yeah, 5 actually.
5.
Central Time, 9, 11:30, 2, 4:30, and 7. That one's 1 point. Boy, it was just shy of the warning track. It bounced right in front of that artificial clay.
8 is a solid number, though.
That one has a chance to get out of here, and it's gone. 13. So we saw Benjamin Cheek with 16 earlier, but Ching with 13 to advance. Well,
right,
hasn't advanced yet, actually. Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, Red DeSavo might have something to say about that. But Red trying to carry the banner for Rosemore, Illinois. One of his teammates eliminated already.
But getting back to our times that we were talking about tomorrow, 9, 11:32, 4:37. We're gonna start out with pool play. We'll do that for the first 5 days here in Branson. It'll run through Tuesday, and then we begin bracket play on Wednesday, followed by the championship, the World Championship, the U.S. Championship. All that stuff is on the weekend, Friday, Saturday next week.
Then we go home and take a nap.
Yeah, hibernate. Yes. Red DeSavo, Rosemore, Illinois, needs 13 to tie, 14 to advance. Total of 16 are competing in this Home Run Derby Championship round, single elimination.
I suppose we should have checked to see what we do if there's a tie. Do they each get 3 more swings, 2 more swings?
It's based on, if a tiebreaker comes up, it's based on most home runs hit, and then the number of warning track, and then the number 1 point, or the 1 points. We're trying not to do too much math here tonight, Jim.
Well, not much math right now.
Yeah.
Red is struggling a little bit.
He is. Still looking for his first point, or points. I think he got it there. He did. Gets a point, so he's on the scoreboard. But he still needs 12 to tie. And that one's going to be short.
And I believe he's done.
So, how about Ching? 13 points, Jim.
Yep. Coming up, we have Ethan Johnson from Branson, right here in Branson, and Luke Walton from Twin Forks, Idaho. And the winner will take on Cheng.
All right, we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with more from Branson, Missouri, here at Ballparks of America, the Home Run Derby Championship round, as we start things off at the Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series.
Rafflebox's mission is to help organizations raise money through online fundraising.
All right, welcome back once again here to Ballparks of America as we continue to move on here with our single elimination Home Run Derby Championship round. This is Branson's Ethan Johnson at the plate. And that one is hit just short of the warning track, but it will be 1 point for Ethan.
Yep, good way to start.
Line drive might get there. Yeah, it did, I think.
Nope.
He still has 1 point. That one's over, though.
Yeah, it'll get a point.
He did get a point there, even though it was caught. So 3 points so far for Ethan Johnson of Branson.
Young man who has played on this field many times. Kind of almost like a home court advantage for him.
A couple years ago, we saw the host team, Branson. I mean, what an incredible run they had. That was my first year broadcasting here. There's another point. 4 points now for Ethan. Kentucky last year. How about the Kentucky's run?
Yeah, I think everybody expected Mexico to win that championship. And then he jumped out to an early 1-0 lead.
Mm-hmm. Really looking forward to it. It's a lot of baseball, a lot of fun, but it is a grind. You know, and we talked about the temperatures. That's another point. So that's 5 points for Ethan Johnson of Branson.
All right, we'll see what Luke Walton can do from Twin Forks, Idaho. And the winner of this, again, takes on Ho Sheng Cheng. I think Twin Forks has one of the neatest uniforms, that fluorescent green. Yeah. If we lose the lights at night, we'll be able to see them.
Right.
You get
This will put us halfway through the first round. Might be here a little while.
Yeah, we got Mike Solanic down there, who's the commissioner of Cal Ripken Baseball, kind of producing the show.
In case you're just tuning in, each batter gets 8 swings to score as many points as possible. 1 point if the ball clears the signage in the outfield. 3 points if they hit it to the warning track or hit the fence. 5 points if the ball goes over the fence. And we saw Cheek do that, Benjamin Cheek from New Hampshire. He scored 16 points. Chang also did that from Taiwan, 13 points for him. Tyler started us out with a home run over the fence. He had one over the fence. He finished with 7 points. That one's going to get maybe to the warning track, just shy. 1 point, though.
Ground rule double. It bounced over.
Right.
And we said earlier, you have to wonder how these young men will tire as they continue.
Mm-hmm. No one hit just shy of the warning track. Another point.
All he needs is 6.
That's going to get him at least another point. That went to the warning track.
That ties it. 1 swing left.
And that'll get him another point. That'll put him in the next round. So 7 points now for Luke Walton.
Yeah, they'll stop it right here.
Yeah,
Wilson's taking
he advances, yeah. Up next will be Leonardo Cuevas of Mexico.
Thus far, Tyler Corona, West Raleigh, North Carolina, Benjamin Cheek from Dover, New Hampshire, Po-Sheng Cheng from Taiwan, and Luke Walton from Twin Forks, Idaho, have advanced. Leonardo Cuevas, a lefty.
I was wondering if these kids were shifting, but it looks like they're leaving. Well, I saw a bunch of them running towards right field, but it looks like they're actually heading out of the ballpark.
There are either a bunch of girls out there, or I told you earlier, if my team's playing at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, you know, and I don't have anyone in this contest, I might say, come on, guys.
Right.
Come on, fellas, we'll leave at 7:30. Still festive.
I mean, they're going to be catching balls all week, so
yeah,
go have some fun doing something. There's plenty to do here in Branson.
I'll tell you, they love that opening ceremonies at Presley's. What a great show! And they played it down to the kids.
Leonardo looking for his first points. Representing Mexico. You know, one thing that I love about, Mexico, Puerto Rico, some of these international teams, the fans don't just come to the game. They come to the game dressed up.
Oh, yeah.
I know their cheers during the game are phenomenal. There's a point.
At the recent Babe Ruth Softball World Series, the teams from Puerto Rico came, and it became a fiesta with the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing. These young men are from Nuevo Leon in Mexico.
And that one will be short of the mark, so just 1 point for Cuevas.
And we have a couple of Puerto Rican teams here as well, so same, fiesta. Keona Barraza, not much pressure on him, Mike.
No, I mean, he hits one in the warning track, he can advance to the next round.
Yeah, one swing and sit down and save your strength.
Barraza representing Honolulu, Hawaii. Thus the straw hat right there.
Yeah.
All right, so again, Keona only needs 2 points to advance to the next round. Still in the first round of the Home Run Derby Championship round here at the Cal Ripken World Series.
Yep, and if you're Keona, you want to get these 2 points as quickly as you can.
Yes. No sense in tiring out.
I love the hats, though, huh?
Mm-hmm. Coach said, my bad. He's trying to get one up in the zone for him.
Four swings and still no points. Now you start to press a little bit. Get that one and don't worry about the others.
There's the point, and that might be it's done. That's off the
Yeah.
fence. That's 3 points, so he advances to the next round. That one is another point, 4 points.
So he should be done. He's, I guess he's wasting swings now.
I guess so. Maybe he wants to get in the groove, you know. You know that you're going to the next round. You want to have a little momentum going into the next round.
Well, in the next round, we have Dylan Irizarry from Puerto Rico and Braden Walton from Glen Allen, Virginia.
So Keona, with 4 points, advances to the next round. He will face Luke Walton in that next round from Twin Falls, Idaho.
No, he'll face the winner of this one. Corona against Cheek and Chang against Walton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dylan Irizarry from Puerto Rico, the number 7 seed, is due up next. Home Run Derby at the Cal Ripken Major 1270 World Series. Tomorrow, our second game at 11:30 will be Southeast Denver and Marlboro, New Jersey. That should be a good matchup. Mid-Atlantic against the Midwest Plains. Then at 2, the Netherlands against San Juan, Puerto Rico. At 4:30, Chicago or Rosemore against Glen Allen, Virginia. And then at 7, Japan against San Juan, Puerto Rico.
And these teams are, again, in pool play, which will run through Tuesday next week. The U.S. pools, there's 4 of them, A through D, 6 teams in each group. The international group, there's 2 international groups, E and F. There's 5 in each of those.
And out of the USA brackets, the top 2 will advance, putting 8 in the championship round. And from the international, the top 3 in each of the 2. So you got to think, Mike, that in the USA bracket, you almost got to go 4-1.
Yeah, it'll be tough. That one's hit pretty well. That one is gone. No. Off the fence, excuse me.
All right, he'll take a 3 spot on that one. That lady coming over to fan us, Mike?
She's got a big fan
Yeah,
in her
big
hand.
fan. I thought she might be coming. I thought maybe you paid her. Come fan us.
Dylan kind of got jammed on that pitch, but still got enough of it to get a point. So that's 4 points now for Dylan.
And we certainly hope you're enjoying this home run derby. It's kind of fun to watch before we get down to the real action coming up in pool play. Babe Ruth League has really gone international, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
All over the world, kids are playing Babe Ruth. Actually, when I first started, Cal Ripken was called Bambino.
Really?
Back in the day. In one of the World Series I was involved with in the 80s, the MVP of the Bambino World Series was a kid by the name of Jimmy Rollins from Oakland.
Okay. Folks, you're going to enjoy listening to Jim this week. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of great stories. That was 5 points, by the way, for Dylan.
I'm old.
But he has played Babe Ruth, Bambino. He's coached, umpire, and broadcaster.
I've done everything but work the snack bar here.
We did work our way to the snack bar.
We did. It was a rather lengthy line. Braden Walton from Glen Allen, Virginia. It's a very strong Babe Ruth area, Glen Allen. They're out of the Southeast Conference.
Seeded 10th. He needs 5 to tie, 6 to advance.
One more first-round matchup coming up. Then we move into the second round.
Temperature was 101 degrees today.
That's all? Seemed like 100 50.
going to cool off tomorrow. Be 98 tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to take your word for it.
That went to the warning track.
You should check and see what it's doing in my home right now. Just out of curiosity.
I don't think mine's that hot. And I live in Florida.
Yeah, I just left a couple of weeks in Florida over on the Treasure Coast.
It's probably a little cooler down there, down that way. Maybe
it was
a little
not.
bit.
It wasn't? It was not. No, the heat index was around 109, 110 every day. Just a crazy summer everywhere, Mike.
Braden with 4 points. Now you got me curious about what it was like in Florida and Gainesville. Well, that one is hit to the just short of the track.
So you're a Gator fan?
I am. That was 92 today. Lifelong, yeah, grew up one as a kid. Grew up in Jacksonville, actually.
Home of the Dolphins.
Jaguars.
But the basketball team is the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, JU Dolphins.
JU
Jacksonville
Dolphins.
University, yes, yes. They're the...
All right, well, it's 73 at my house.
There you go. Now. That one might have a chance to get out. Yes, long gone.
Yeah,
so that's 10 points.
That should do it for him. He can
for
sit down.
Braden. Yes, he advances. So we're going to take another break, and then we'll come back with more of the Home Run Derby Championship round right here on Stadium.
Rafflebox's mission is to help organizations raise money through online fundraising.
All right, here is a way that you can support Babe Ruth. Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series. Current jackpot at $1,310. Winner takes half. You have to scan the QR code to purchase with your mobile phone, but a chance to take home some great winnings, Jim, and support a great cause, too.
Absolutely, and I just got my QR code out here, but I was told we're not eligible. But, yeah, that's a terrific way, and make a little pocket change and help out a great cause.
Absolutely. All right, so we move on here.
Yeah, Kobe James Kealoha from Hawaii and Jace Davison from the Mid-Atlantic team, which is Flood City, Pennsylvania.
Kobe the 3 seed. Jace the 14 seed.
Yeah, I really think you can throw those seeds out the window. It's how these kids
I think so too, yeah. And we saw that last year. We saw, I think, he was an 8 seed because we had 8 last year. Mm-hmm. So the lower seed actually won the event. That's a pretty solid swing right there. Yeah. And that's 5 points.
Yeah, Kobe James looks like he's got some serious power.
Again, you think about the fact that these
kids are 12.
Maybe
13.
I know that we call them children or kids, but some of these are grown men.
I didn't shave until I was 20, and some of these kids
right.
are shaving now.
Uh-huh. I mean, could you imagine that swing when he gets older?
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to get another point shy of the warning track there. And you will see phenomenal defense in this tournament. That's probably one of the things, if someone were to ask me about the Cal Ripken World Series, what I remember, defense. Pitching, too. There's been some really good pitching.
Right, and if you make a mistake on defense, the good teams will take advantage of it.
Yes. Another solid swing. That's to the warning track, off the fence, off the mini green monster out there. 11 points.
All right, 11 points.
Solid at bat there.
Kobe James Kealoha. The most points turned in by Van Cheeks of Dover, New Hampshire with 16. Po Sheng Cheng had 13. And now Kealoha has 11. But, again, they don't carry over.
No, they don't. And we started with Tyler Corona's 7 points, and he was the number 1 seed. So, as you mentioned, you can throw the seedings out in this one. Here is Jace Davison now from Middle Atlantic.
Yep, Flood City, Pennsylvania. And you can only guess how they got their name.
Right.
That's up in the Mid-Atlantic under Commissioner Ralph Errico.
Let's see. I know we're going to see them on this field.
I think eventually we see everybody at least once, I believe.
We'll see them on Saturday at 11:30. Again, all times are Central Times. Middle Atlantic will play Boonville, Missouri. But they are in Group D.
I understand that in each of the 4 groups, they put 2 regional champs to kind of split them up when they did the bracketing.
And because there are so many teams, we may not see every team here.
We may not. We may not.
All right, Jace just waiting on his pitch. He's got 8 swings to get to 12. 12 will advancing. 11 a tie.
And again, I think the only advantage that a higher seed has is they get to go first. They can put the pressure on.
That'll get him a point.
So, Kobe James has 11, and so now we're seeing Jace pressing a little bit.
Yeah, because then you have to, you got to get it over the fence, and it just puts so much pressure on you. Good solid swing there. That's just short of the warning track. It'll get another point, though. 2 points for Jace.
Halfway through his swings, he has 4 to go.
Yeah, I was looking, Jim, at the broadcast that we'll be doing here on St. Louis Stadium Field. We won't see a Pool C team until Sunday. So
it'll go fast, Mike.
It will, yeah, but kind of back to my point that we're not going to see every team here.
Right, yeah.
4 points now for Jace.
I like the way each one of the fields is kind of a copy
a
of
replica,
like
Major League Ballpark.
The Boston field's got the Green Monster. Chicago has the Cubs has the Wrigley, has the Ivy, albeit fake Ivy, because I don't think Ivy would grow here.
Right.
I think Kealoha is going to advance unless something dramatic happens here. I don't think he can catch him. Nope.
He'll finish with 4 points, and Kobe James will advance.
And he will sit back and wait for the winner of this next one between Jacob Hilker from Kennewick, Washington, and Isaiah Rodriguez from Hawaii.
Which will conclude our opening round after these two get their opportunity to come to the plate. Down to our final 8 after we advance past the first round.
Yeah, we'll have seven matchups next after this. We'll have 4, 2, and then 1. All right, Jacob standing in from the right side. Mike?
Yeah, just a couple of notes as we move to tomorrow with the games starting at 9 a.m. Central Time. We'll play 6 innings. There is a mercy rule that will be in effect. 15 runs after 3, 10 runs after 4. And the good thing is, Jim, being an umpire, he's going to be able to talk about a lot of things. We won't necessarily argue or question balls and strikes.
Oh, you never question balls and strikes.
Right. But we will talk about, maybe things that people don't stop and think about.
Well, one thing that the 12 Major 1270 has now is you can steal. You don't have to wait until the ball gets by the batter. You can lead. The pitcher can commit a balk. So it's it's really close to real baseball.
Is that a warning track? Yeah. Jacob.
And it's a great way for the young men to transition as they move up to the larger fields, moving into high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
and another thing I didn't know until today, and maybe you have more on the ruling I haven't asked about, is the fact that they can wear jewelry now.
Yes. All of Babe Ruth, softball and baseball, allows jewelry. However, if the umpire deems it dangerous, if a girl comes out with or a boy with a big ball earring, and he said, I think that's dangerous, then they'll have to remove it. But
that one's got a chance to get out of here, and it is gone. That's 10 points now for Jacob.
And a little Zach Brown in the background as he cranks that one. Going to see Zach on Labor Day weekend, yeah.
And you are a busy guy. That's what happens when you get.
Well, you slow down.
As you said, 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday.
6 Saturdays followed by a Sunday.
All right, that was 10 points, right, for
10
Jacob?
10 points for Jacob Hill.
All right, so he will
Isaiah Rodriguez
hope to advance. Isaiah will need 11 to advance.
Is Stadium going to present you with any kind of a birthday cake tomorrow? I mean,
no? I usually try to remain. Once you get to a certain age, I don't necessarily advertise it all the time. So. All right, Isaiah Rodriguez needs 11 to advance to the next round.
I almost want to sing along, Mike. So looking for his first point. That'll be a point at least.
Yeah, that's just short of the warning track. He'll get 1 point. That one is over the fence. 6 points for Isaiah.
Big pressure hit by Isaiah.
And that's going to give him another point there. 7.
All right, he's got 4 swings, and he needs 4 points.
Hit out of play or hit foul. Good swing there. Won't quite get to the warning track, but he does get a point. Still needs a couple to tie, so he's got to have a good swing here.
Pressure's on. Coach is going to lay in a fat one right here.
Yeah, warning track would send him to the next round.
High but not deep.
Yeah, got up underneath it a little bit too much there, and he did get a point, but, man, he'll come just 1 point short. So we're through the first round. We'll take a break and come back for the second round of the Home Run Derby Championship round from Ballparks of America, the Cal Ripken World Series right here on Stadium.
Rafflebox's mission is to help organizations raise money through online fundraising.
All right, don't forget, winner takes half of that amount. Just scan that QR code to purchase with your mobile phone. Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series current jackpot at $13.10. It's a great way to support Babe Ruth.
All right, Tyler Corona from West Raleigh, North Carolina, taking on Benjamin Cheek from Dover, New Hampshire. Tyler had 7 in his first at-bat, and Ben Creek had 16, so we'll see here.
Yeah, this should be an interesting matchup here.
Tyler was the 1 seed, and Cheek was the 8 seed.
Yeah, but still
had
matter. More points than anybody else.
Yeah.
So, like you said earlier, throw out those seedings. They don't mean anything in this competition. Single elimination. 8 swings to score as many points as possible. If you're just tuning in, you get 1 point if the ball clears the boundary line, which are the signage in mid-outfield all the way around. 3 points to the warning track or if it hits the fence, and 5 points if the ball goes over the fence.
I'll tell you, the kids in the outfield are having a ball. Yeah. They are just enjoying themselves out there. I thought the girls at softball did a lot of pin swapping. It was chaotic at the opening ceremonies today with the pin swapping.
Really?
It's unbelievable, these boys and their pins.
That's going to be short, I think, of a point. Yep.
Yeah, it is. All right, Corona, who had 7, looking for his first here.
He's got to put something up on the board. Get a little pressure. He does get a point there. I mean, at least enough to make Ben think about it, you know?
Yeah, he ends up with 1.
Yeah.
So, again, Cheek, if you're looking to move into the semifinals, you can do it quickly and sit down and rest.
Mm-hmm.
In his first win over Silas Rainey, he didn't have to do much. He was up first. He got his 16.
Yeah, but now he knows.
He knows.
He only needs 2.
Put one off the wall and sit down, Ben.
That's right. Winner advances to the semifinals. Each team provided 2 batters for their preliminary round, getting us down to 16. Single elimination. I always like, when we start play and we get a chance to see some of these guys reminiscing about the home run derby and how they did, because it doesn't really matter how they did. That's a warning track hit there.
Yeah, that should do it for him, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But he said, why not tack on a big one here? A 5 spot. 8 points. There's another one if it stays fair.
It should.
13. Yep. Another home run.
Benjamin Cheek out of Dover, New Hampshire. There's another one.
He just eclipsed what he did in the opening round. There is 18 points. That's the most.
Apparently he wanted all his swings, Mike. That sends a message to everybody else.
Yes, Benjamin Cheek from Dover, New Hampshire with 18 points here in the second round.
34 points over 2.
Amazing.
I don't think I could get that, Mike.
So Ben will advance to the semifinals.
All right, up next we have Po Sheng Chang, who had 13 in defeating Red DeSavo. And he's taking on Luke Walton, who had a very slight 7-5 win over Ethan Johnson out of Branson. And Walton out of Twin Forks, Idaho.
All right, so Chang, again with 13 in the opening round, getting the opportunity first to advance to the semifinals.
Twin Falls, Idaho. I think it's at Twin Forks. Twin Falls, Idaho.
Yeah. Okay.
Long trip for those boys.
Typo on our sheet here. There's a point for Ching. And that one, gone. 6 points for Po Sheng Chang.
Yeah, he had the second highest number of anyone in that first round.
Mm-hmm. And he might get there again. That one's short of the warning track. He'll get another point, though. 7 points for Ching. And you mentioned earlier, Luke had 7, so in his first round. Oh, just missed going over that fence down a little bit lower. It's a home run. But still, 10 points for Ching.
No doubt an advantage to go first if you can put some good numbers up.
Winner will get a nice trophy. Sales Director Eric Varney will present the trophy.
And bragging rights around the park for the rest of the week.
Yeah, some hardware to go back.
Big man on campus.
Go back home.
Probably have to ship it home.
Probably so. I'd be afraid to take it on an airline.
You're just getting your luggage back today.
Yes, exactly. All right, 11 points. Not too bad there for Ching.
Well, 24 through 2 rounds. And again, it does not carry over, but it's kind of fun to look at. Luke Walton from Idaho only got 7 from Twin Falls. In Eaton got a 7-5 win over Ethan Johnson of Branson, Missouri.
I've actually seen quite a few home runs.
We have.
You know, I know a couple of years ago, it seemed like we didn't have as many home runs. And I know last year, I think they tweaked the scoring.
Well, bigger kids, stronger kids.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the Boston field at 9, it's Boonville, Missouri, and Dover, New Hampshire. On the Chicago field at 9, it's Florence, Alabama, and Yardley, Pennsylvania. And on the KC field, it's Bryant, Arkansas, and Lutz, Florida. Those are the other games that will be going on.
The good news is we'll be able to check at least a score to our right. We can see that field over there.
Your eyes are pretty good, Mike, from here.
Well, when the scoreboard's lit up, you can see it a little bit. Luke needs 11 to tie, 12 to advance. He had 7 in the opening round. 7 points. Still looking for his first point.
Good practice with the players in the outfield, fielding ground balls. And kids who have not played on turf, and some of the kids in the north, maybe they have not played on turf. It's a different ball out there when it hits. They can scoot by you in a hurry.
Yeah. Also make you a little faster on that turf, too. That one's off the fence.
Nothing could make me faster, Mike. Okay? Nothing.
4 points.
He needs 7. He's got 3 swings left. I can enter too much.
Yeah, it's going to be short of that 1 point marker. So right now, Ching looking pretty good to advance.
Yep, that should do it. So Po Sheng Cheng is going to advance for a meeting with Cheek. Cheek against Cheng in the semis.
Which, I mean, will be a really good matchup. Ben with 34 points. Po Sheng with 24 points so far.
Up next, we have Keona Barraza from Honolulu and Braden Walton from Glen Allen, Virginia.
Keona 4 points, but it was enough to advance. Defeating Leonardo Cuevas of Mexico 4-1.
Yeah, and Walton only had 5 in his win, so.
So we've got one semifinal match set.
Cheek and Cheng. New Hampshire against Taiwan.
All right, just waiting on the coach.
Barraza defeating Leonardo Cuevas of Mexico.
Keona just waiting for that sweet spot, as you called it earlier.
All the young men enjoyed a fabulous barbecue before the Derby. You can't come to Missouri without having some barbecue.
Yeah. Makes you want to take a nap, though.
True.
Keona looking for his first point. And he'll get one with that swing there. That should earn him another one. 2 points now.
1 swing left, I believe.
Yeah, Barraza had 4 points in the opening round. Unless he can get one to the warning track or get it out of here. But
Nope.
you don't know what Braden Walton is going to do.
Oh, yeah, and it's the second round. How tired are they? How much
Right.
effort did they put into the first round? Braden defeated Dylan Irizarry of Puerto Rico. He only had to beat 5. Now he's just got to beat 2.
So far, an 8 seed and a 4 seed have advanced to the semifinals. As we noted, you can throw out the seedings because, well, quite frankly, just because you're seated high doesn't mean you're going to do well again.
And I think, frankly, Mike, the earlier round was held under the blazing sun.
That's a good point, yeah. We need some baseballs. Well, let's set the scene once again for what's coming up tomorrow. We're going to broadcast all games that are on St. Louis Stadium Field. And we begin our coverage at 9 a.m. Central on Friday, West Raleigh, North Carolina against Pacific West from Black Hills, Washington. That'll be followed at 11:30 by Midwest Plains in Marlboro, New Jersey. Midwest Plains out of southeast Denver, Colorado. That's D and B pools, respectively. And then we'll finish up. 2 of the next 3 are international F pools. All right, so here we go back to Braden as he needs 2 to tie, 3 to advance.
Black Hills, Washington, by the way, is for your geography students, is in the vicinity of Olympia. In the area of Olympia. That's a good start.
Yeah, he's on the scoreboard. And now he just needs 1 to tie, 2 to win or advance.
In 5 innings in which to do it. Or 5 swings, I should say.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
This one, another point.
All right, he just needs 1 more point now.
Yeah. He's tied Kiona at 2 apiece. You know, I wonder if they go to the plate thinking that in their head. Oh, I got to have this many points to, or if they just go up there and just try to swing and get as many points as you can. I mean, that would be my thinking. Just go up there and see. He does get a point for that one.
That
So
should
that's 3 points to advance him to the next round.
Yeah, I mean, I would sit down if I were him.
Yeah.
He continues to swing, but you've got another round or maybe 2 to go.
So Braden Walton continues to bat, but he's going to be heading to the semifinals. He was a 10 seed.
10 seed.
There's one. That's got a chance, and it's gone.
And with that, he says, I'll sit down.
A walk-off.
I'll walk on. All right, Goodman coming up next. We have Kobe James Kialoa, who had 11 in the first round, and Jacob Hilker, who had 10. Kobe James from Hawaii, and Hilker from Kennywink, Washington. And the winner will face Walton in one of our semis. You got to think, from what we've seen, that Cheek and Chang have to be the favorites. One of those two. It's going to be tough to beat one of those two.
Yeah, I
if you're
agree.
Walton and whoever comes out. Not that they can't, but the way these guys have been hitting them out, I mean, Cheek has 34 and 2 at bats.
Yeah, but again, let's see what Kobe can do because he did have 11 in the first round. We've already talked about his frame. You look at him and you think instant double-digit guy.
And, of course, he had 11, but did he take all 8? Did he sit down after he had enough to win? Mm-hmm. There's a shot.
Yeah. I mean, just with one swing, you get 5 points. So, off to a great start.
Kobe James. There's another one.
I don't know if that's going to get out.
Nope.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. Center field, well, just left center.
So 10 points for
18
Kobe.
is the highest we've seen.
That one's off the it's a warning track. 13 points now.
I'll tell you, he and his coach have got a groove going right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're in sync. It's a point.
Yep, 14. Making it look effortless. Another one. He just set the record so far for the day.
Yep, 19 points.
So, what were you saying earlier about Ben Cheek? And
One would
Chang?
think, from what we've seen, I said.
Right. Morning track, another one.
Oh, look at that, 22.
3 more points.
And he's done.
Yeah, his coach is.
So he's got 33 through 2 rounds. And Cheek had 34.
And he's got another swing here.
Yeah.
Another home run.
Another home run.
27
out of a possible 40.
Wow.
And now, poor Jacob Hilker of Kennewick, Washington, is going to stroll up to the plate.
Well, not before he says, how about one more?
Wow. Wow, what production.
32 points.
That's as much as everyone has gotten in 2 rounds. So Kealoha is in his zone right now. All right, Jacob.
That's going to be tough for Jacob.
Yeah.
I mean, all you can do is your best.
Yeah.
But Kealoha put on a show.
Yeah, and Braden Walden standing over there knowing he might be next. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this home run derby as much as we have.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to see the kids with power. I'm anxious to see Kealoha and Chang and Cheek in a game against pitching.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was referring to earlier. I enjoy when the games start taking place and seeing these guys that competed in the home run derby, how do they fare in an actual live game setting?
Well, he's got a point.
Needs 31 points, though. I mean, insane amount of points for Kobe. But, hey, he got to the second round.
Yeah. Well, Kealoha, the 3rd seed. Walton, the 10 seed. Cheeks, the 8 seed.
You're going to have Kobe 3, 4, 8, and 10.
Yeah.
So the top 2 seeds did not advance to the semifinals.
No, number 1 seed get knocked down in the quarters. Number 2 seed get knocked out in the opening round.
Let's see what you got, Jacob.
Well, maybe Jacob can say later, hey, I lost to the guy that won it all.
Yeah, that's true, too.
You got some good bats left. Cheek, Chang, Walton, and Kealoha. Benjamin Cheek out of Dover, New Hampshire.
All right, so we move to the semifinals.
And Po Yang Cheng from Taiwan. The winner goes to the finals. Cheek with 34 points.
Yeah, and
Chang?
I was just thinking of that. You know, right before you said 34, I was thinking, geez, he had 34. Kobe just had 32 in one round.
just be thankful the points don't carry. It would be
right.
over now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Benjamin Cheek.
Ben Cheek.
Dover, New Hampshire. About an hour or so north of Boston.
Hasn't really been tested. 16-0 and 18-1. But Chang is waiting on deck.
And as you can see, we're at the Ballparks of America. Fabulous facility in Branson. There's a shot.
That's a 5-pointer.
Yep.
There's another one. 10 points, double digits. The top seed eliminated, as was the 2 seed. 15 points, the 8 seed Ben Cheek.
He was playing possum with the rest of the crowd. Come in as that highest seed or lower seed.
That one is short of a point. He's got 15 right now.
The most Chang had was 13.
That one's got a chance. That one's gone. 20 points for Cheek. You know the mentality. You're not asking what you need to get the next round. You want to try to get to 32 now.
Yeah.
So 20 points for Ben Cheek.
That's the benchmark.
I don't know. I mean, you know, Jim, I think Ching has it in him to do it, but I think 20's looking pretty good right now.
Well, he had 13 and 11.
Ching was the 4 seed, winning 13-1 and 11-4 in his 2 rounds. We're in the semifinals here in the Home Run Derby Championship round, single elimination.
Winner will take on Walton or Kealoha. A lot of folks staying right to the end, Mike.
Yeah, sun hasn't quite set just yet. A little past about 10 minutes after 8 local time. And off the fence, 3 points. Ching was definitely swinging for the fences there. Scorched that one foul.
Yeah, he's got 4 swings left, and he needs 17 to tie. Pretty tall order. He's got to put a couple out.
He can take some pressure off himself if he hits one out here.
High but not deep.
Yeah.
Enough.
That's to the warning track. Well, nope, short of the warning track. It's 265 to straightaway center field.
And I don't think he can win it now. Even if he got a couple of 5s, he'd fall short. He needs 20. I believe he's got 2 swings left.
5 points now.
Yeah.
That's another point. 6 points for Ching.
Yeah. So Cheek will advance to the finals.
The 8 seed. And that will pick up 3 more points, so he finishes with 9.
9. All right, up next we have Walton. Braden Walton from Glen Allen, Virginia, the 10 seed. Defeated the 7 seed and then knocked off the 2 seed. Taking on Kealoha. Pretty tall task. So Walton up first.
Ching getting some congratulations. See his teammates down there too.
Yeah, he had a nice run.
Falls just short here in the semifinal. So we know one matchup in the championship. Will it be the 10 seed or the 3 seed to face 8 seed Ben Cheek? Braden Walton, Glen Allen, Virginia. 10-5 winner in the opening round, 8-2 in the second round.
And you're going up there thinking that I probably need at least 25, maybe 30.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. I mean, just go up there and you want to try to get as many points as you can, obviously, but I think the battle is with himself and not necessarily Kobe James right now. But in order to kind of get in that ballpark, if you will, he's got to put those numbers together, 10 points and 8 points in the 2 rounds, trying to somehow put it in this 3rd round.
Well, and hope maybe that Kealoha has given it his all, and he's pooped.
Yeah. I mean, he could go back down to 10 or 11.
Yep.
Braden waiting on his pitch.
I mean, the worst that can happen for Ben Cheek is to have Walton only get a couple of points, so Kealoha just has 2 or 3 swings, and then he can sit down. You want to make him swing the bat a lot.
That's a point. Just beyond that Babe Ruth signage. First point for Walton. Looking for another point.
I think Braden has just run out of gas. And that's not hard to understand in this heat.
Yeah. He does get another point there. 2 points now.
That'll get him some more points.
Ooh, that came close to getting over. It hit the top of the fence and it stayed in.
All right, ends up with 5.
5 points for Braden Walton.
Now that'll bring up Kobe James Kealoha. 11 in the first round, 32 in the second round.
Yeah, and those 11 points put him third of all the competitors in that first round, but then by far and away had the most in the second round.
He was en fuego, is what he was. All right, let's see what Kobe James can do here. Puts a couple out quick, and he can sit down, get ready for the finals against Ben Cheek out of New Hampshire. Good-sized kid.
Mm-hmm. He said, Coach, get one up in the zone for me now. Oh, still short. A couple of swings. Looking for his first points.
There's one.
That'll get him, yep, that'll get him one. Trailing 5-1 now.
Now he's in the groove.
That'll put him in the next round off the scoreboard with 4 swings to go.
Yeah, looks like he might take them too, Mike. No, he's going to sit down.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Rest up and get ready for the champion.
Is he?
Well, I guess
he walked
is.
away.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too. He walked clearly out of the batter's box, and I thought he was going to sit down.
Must be feeling strong.
Might as well take him. You can't take him home with you.
Yeah, it could be the number 8 seed against the 3 seed. It will be the 8 seed against the 3 seed.
It's 6 points now for Kobe James, so he eliminates Braden Walton. Nice run and catch, young man.
Actually a breeze up here tonight.
Yes. Thank you. We're going to need that tomorrow.
All right, Kobe James Kealoha.
Man, it was closer. See, again, 32 points. You can't always guarantee that they're going to factor well in the next round. I mean, who would have guessed? We would have been thinking here 6 points. Who would have guessed that?
Yeah. Well, Ben Cheek out of Dover, New Hampshire, out of the New England region, against Kobe James Kealoha from Hawaii out of the Pacific Southwest. Here we go.
Rafflebox's mission is to help organizations raise money through online fundraising.
All right, welcome back to Ballparks of America as we've reached the championship round, the Home Run Derby championship. And it will be the number 8 seed, Ben Cheek, from Dover, New Hampshire, against the number 3 seed, Kobe James Kiloa, from Pacific Southwest.
Opposite ends of the earth, Hawaii and New Hampshire.
It really is.
I don't imagine that Kobe James has seen much snow, but I would guarantee that Benjamin has.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if Ben Cheek can pull it out. I mean, it's
he's got to put some pressure on Kobe James. He's got to get some points up there.
I mean, with 20 points last round, he's got to at least be feeling pretty good about himself.
And you wonder how many of these kids have ever taken part in a home run derby. I would say not many.
I wouldn't, yeah.
Certainly of this magnitude.
Once again, in case you're just tuning in, each batter gets 8 swings to score as many points as possible. We started with 16 in this championship round. We're down to the final 2. And so look at Ben Cheek, who drills this one to the warning track for his first points. 3 points to start.
Good start. He needed points right off.
And he follows that with a solid hit off the wall out there in center field. 6 points now. Got another one, 7.
That could be out. That's near the pesky pole, as they would say.
The question was whether it was fair or foul. But it's fair. It's 12. There's another one, 17. He got 20 in the last round, 17 here in the championship round.
He's got to buy his coach lunch. He's putting him right in there. He's grooving him. Got into that one a bit much.
That's going to put some pressure on Kobe James. Solid hit, and that one's gone.
Again,
wow.
just inside the pesky pole. Gives his coach a high five. And
22.
22. That puts a little pressure on Kialoa. He had 32 in one round.
And you look at his numbers, Jim, I mean, they've been very consistent. 16, 18, 20, 22. He's gotten better each time he's come up to the plate.
And Kialoa had 11 and 32.
But then 6. So if you factor, 38, 49.
Well, maybe
I said I didn't want to do much math tonight, but
too late. Maybe he was just saving himself. Let's see.
That average falls below what Ben just put up, so he's going to have to shoot towards that 32 again. And we know he's capable of doing it. He's got the most points.
You got the whole Dover team over there sitting down.
Yeah.
Rooting against Kobe James, and you got the whole Hawaiian team out there. This is fun.
Benjamin Cheek in front with 22 points.
You know, my first thought when I started watching this is I thought the pitcher was a little closer than I expected. He's right on top of the batter.
He is, yeah. That one is short of the warning track, but he gets a point.
He's going to need more than that. He's got to hit some dingers.
Solid hit, but only a point. Yeah, he's going to have to put some over the fence. You're right.
Yeah, at least 2. And Ben Cheeks, his shots down the right field line were line drives.
Yeah.
They weren't towering hits at all. Oh, there's one.
He's got a good song to hit to. Eye of the Tiger. That one's gone for 5 points. 7 points now for Kobe James.
Got 4 swings left. Wasted that one, did he?
That one's got a chance, too.
Got a chance.
Nope. Just 1 point. 8 points now.
8 points. Pressure is on Kobe James. There's a shot.
And that one's gone. So that will give him 13. He needs 22 to tie.
What you got, 2 swings left?
He's got 2 swings left.
He has to put 2 out.
He does.
He's got to put 2 out to win this.
That's right, and he would win by 1.
A couple of walk-offs. Big swing here. Under it too much, I think, Mike. I don't know.
It's going to be close. No, he got it.
Got it. All right.
So it comes down. This home run derby comes down to one swing. Ben Cheek with 22 points. Kobe James Kealoha with 18. A home run would give him 23 and the home run derby championship. So he's got to hit it out, but if he hits it out, he wins.
Could you ask for a better finish?
This is great.
I mean, if the series ends up with a finish like this,
Yes.
we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
All right, one pitch. The
A
coach has
walk-off.
got
A chance for a walk-off.
Here it comes. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Come on, coach.
He better really like this one.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
that could do
That could be. It is.
A
Your
walk-off.
home run derby champion, Kobe James Kealoha.
Here come the Hawaiian teammates in. And, you know, you talk about pressure. You had to hit 2 out. He did 1. You figure, all right, can you do it again? And he did it.
That was impressive.
Great job. And great job by Ben Cheeks.
Yes.
He put the pressure on.
I mean, he did,
He
yeah.
put the pressure on. But Kobe James answered the bell right there, Mike. And that's a sign of a great tournament, I think, right there.
Yeah, back-to-back home runs to win this home run derby championship. Wow. Congratulations.
What a great event.
All right, so down on the field now, sales director Eric Varney will present the trophy to the young man who just won this 2023 Cal Ripken World Series Home Run Derby Championship, finishing with 23 points in the championship round to edge Ben Cheek 23-22.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Yeah. Not the fact that he edged him 23-22. It's the manner in which he did it. Having to come up with 10 points on the last 2 swings. So Kealoha put together a stretch of, 43. Then he got one only 50, 73 points. That's power. That's power.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing these young men in the tournament. Mike?
I think we are possibly going to, well, let's see here. I think we're going to keep it right here for a minute. All right, that's going to do it for our coverage here today. Man, what a finish.
Mike, a pleasure.
It
look
was.
forward to the next 35 games.
Was that your first home run derby
It was.
call?
It was.
That was a lot of fun.
I may never do another one again.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Jim. We appreciate
All right,
it.
Mike.
Congratulations to Kobe James Kealoha as he is your home run derby champion, winning it against Ben Cheek 23-22 in the final. That's going to do it for our coverage. We'll see you at 9 a.m. Central Time right here on St. Louis Stadium Field. West Raleigh, North Carolina will take on Pacific Northwest from Black Hills, Washington. Until then, now speaking for my broadcast partner, Jim Rivers, for James Crenshaw, our producer, and our entire stadium crew, I'm Mike Rideout. Good night and God bless.